Welcome everybody to my latest video. So for this video, I'm going to show you guys how to clean your arcade trackball. Now, if you look right here, this is the trackball that came with that Mortal Kombat shuffle shot cabinet of mine. Now, if you take a close look, you can see just how dirty and grimy it is. Now, it still works, but, visually it just isn't appealing. So, if you have a trackball game and you want to learn how to, open it up and clean it without messing up anything, well, hopefully this video will help you. Now, all trackballs are not the same, at least in terms of outside appearance. Now, let me show you the back of this, and you'll, might be able to understand what I'm talking about. Okay, here we are. I got my control panel open, and if you remember from the video regarding this cabinet, the very first video, you can see that this thing was hacked and slashed. But here's the trackball, and on the outside, some of these are different. I mean, it's not going to be too much of a difference. It's mostly just the casing, the housing, but pretty simple. Just, remove the nuts right here, take out the bolts, and basically the thing will slide out this way. So let me go ahead and I'll take this apart, I'll get it out, and then I'll show you what this looks like not attached to the control panel. Now, of course, the first thing you'll definitely want to do is disconnect any wiring and disconnect any ground wires that will be attached to the trackball. Not really that difficult, but I'll show you basically what it looks like unattached. Okay, so here we are, and as you can see, I got the trackball pulled off of the control panel. Now this one right here, this is a Betson Imperial trackball. Like I said, there are others, but for the most part, I like to use this particular version or this particular brand, just because I've never really had any problems with them. Actually, you can see right there, Betson Parts QC Pass June 4th, 2007. So this one's already been, this one's been around for some time. Let's see, what does it say right there? Yeah, you can read that. Anyways, your basic trackball, for the most part, looks like this. You got the ball inside the casing. You got some wires that come out and go to your harness or to the game board. And you got a ground. Now, this one was mounted roughly like this. Had the bolts that go through the control panel, went through here, and tightened up on the back. So, now, as you can see, the trackball is still in place. So what we gotta do next is unscrew the second set of screws, which you can only get to on the underside. Now the other thing which you don't see here, which you may have on your control panel, is a mounting plate. One of my very first videos, maybe within the first 10 videos or so I ever did, I think I showed you the mounting plate for the control panel that I was building at the time, or maybe I was installing a trackball. Basically all it is a square with a hole in the middle and some holes to mount to your control panel. And what that does is basically, if you cut your control panel and you don't cut it perfect, or if you don't drill the holes perfectly, it's just a mounting plate, makes things a little bit easier. But maybe I'll show that in a future video. So what I'm going to do now is take these screws out, 1, 2, where is it? 3 and 4. Actually, sorry, 4 is right there. Now the thing about this is, you gotta take them out and then you slowly disassemble everything, and I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so I got all the screws out. Now the one thing you don't want to do is, once you get the screws out, you don't want to just right away open everything up. you still want to hold everything together. The reason is, you may think that, you know, the screws that hold everything together, you know, you pull them out and you just pop this sucker off. Well, what you actually need to do, or the best thing in my opinion to do, is to hold it together and flip it around right side up. And then you want to pull everything off. So, let's go ahead and let me just readjust the camera. And I'll show you what the inside of your trackball looks like. So you just move this off. And as you can see, it's nothing but, well, basically the top of the housing. That's what the bottom, or the inside of the top looks like on the bottom. Nothing fancy. But this is your trackball. And basically what makes everything move on screen, whether up, down, left, right, diagonal, at a curve, are these bad boys right here. Now, if you look inside, you can probably see all the dirt and grime through the years. People have probably, you know, dumped soda or liquids on this thing. Who knows? But, as you can see, when it's mounted and you're moving it, all three of these, geez, I don't know what they are. Piston gizmos. Who knows? We're just going to call them things. All three of these things move at the same time, whether you're moving up, down, right, left, diagonal. And basically this is what tells your game board which direction your bowling ball, your whatever it is. So many games. But you take that off, you look on the inside, and here you can get a closer look. For the most part, these things themselves, they seem to be in pretty good condition. You don't see any dried grime or, you know, any stickiness, so that's good. You want to make sure that there's no dried soda or any type of sugary substance on there. That will prevent things from running smoothly. All in all, probably one day I'm going to replace this thing, but to save on money, I'm not going to do that just yet. You can see someone in there tape down some wiring. Looks like it's on the other side too. Probably just take a Q-tip, clean the inside right there real quick. These bad boys, you want to make sure everything is connected properly. You know, if one of these things is sticking out, that can cause some problems. But basically, yeah, you can see right there. That's how things get moved. Okay, now you can take a look right here at some of the dirt and grime that was on the inside. Not too pretty. Probably won't focus in too well, but you get the general idea. So I just cleaned the inside just a tad. Looks a lot nicer. Again, I'm not too concerned about this. You know, as long as it works. And, you know, when it finally does die, I'll just get a brand new one. But now, what I'm going to do is clean this bad boy. Probably just use some soap and water, and we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, you can see just all the griminess on here. I mean, that's just from, let's see, was it? I think this thing was tested in 2007, so, you know, 7 years, 7 years of use, and, you know, dirt and soda and sweat and who knows what else. But yeah, I was gonna take some warm water and soap and we'll see what happens. Well, right there you can see a world of difference. Just look at that. Just compare unclean, clean. So yeah, just a little warm water and soap. I'll go ahead and finish up the rest of this thing, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I just finished washing the trackball, and you saw the difference it made before. I showed you side by side, clean and unclean, and here we go. Wash the whole thing. Look how much of a difference it made. So that'll be nice. You know, maybe I'll make it a little bit smoother because maybe that dirt and grime probably affected these things a little bit. But yeah, so once again, here's what the inside of your trackball looks like, your trackball controller. So it's really nothing to be intimidated about. You just, like anything, you want to make sure you don't break anything. These little wheels right here, you want to make sure those don't get bent. You know, there's two of them. There's one there and one there. But for the most part, yeah, that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this all back together, put it in my cabinet, and all is good. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try and help you. But yeah, it's really not much to it. So, you know, if your trackball is giving you some problems, just take it apart, clean it. It might, you know, help out. It might not. Either way, at least it'll look a little bit clean. So, until next time. Let's see just how it works right there. Normally, the video would have been turned off by now, but yeah, I'll give you some bonus features, if you can call it that.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.